In this video, I am super excited to bring you what's probably one of the top 3, maybe top 4 features that I think have ever been requested of the MyListing theme since its creation many years ago. And I'm happy to bring it to you as part of MyListing Pro. And that feature is called MyListing Conditional Fields. So imagine being able to show and hide fields as part of the add listing submit form based on the rules that you, the website owner, decides. Okay. Before we dive in and look at this on a MyListing website, I want to draw attention to what's on my screen, which is the new documentation site for MyListing Pro. That's docs.mylisting.club. Go over there, check it out, read about all of the exciting features that this plugin is offering. It is growing at an extremely rapid pace. People are loving it. Get into the get the plugin, get into the MyListing Pro community. Let's push this theme forward at a rapid pace together. Okay. All right. So, like I said, MyListing conditional fields. This is extremely powerful. Super excited for this. From the documentation website, you will see in the left-hand side in the menu a MyListing conditional fields menu item. Go ahead and click on that. Show the right fields at the right time automatically. Smarter listing forms, less clutter, fewer listing types. So you don't necessarily need to go out and create 20 different listing types. Now you can create less listing types that are more powerful based on the rules you set with the conditional fields. MyListing gives you powerful listing types, but as your directory grows, forms can get long and overwhelming. Users scroll past fields that don't apply to them, wonder what to fill in, and sometimes abandon the submission entirely. MyListing conditional fields fixes that. Show or hide fields based on the fields that user interacts with or data they selected or entered. This is a key point. It's not just that they worked with a field, like they checked a box or something. This also works based on the value that was chosen. So imagine if a specific checkbox was checked, not just any checkbox, a specific one, or a specific category was chosen, a specific tag, a specific region, a specific custom taxonomy. Show or hide fields based on those decisions. That's what makes this so crazy powerful. Imagine a restaurant listing revealing delivery radius only when the offer's delivery field is checked. A job board can show salary fields only when the paid position field is selected. A real estate site can unlock the pet deposit option only when the pet's allowed field is chosen. Setup happens right inside the familiar MyListing listing type editor. No code, no workarounds, just cleaner forms, happier users, and better data. So I'm going to let you guys read through the rest of this page. There's the features, there's a before and after grid. This video will be posted on here. And then there's all these frequently asked questions. But let's go ahead and dive in and just see how awesome this thing is. So I've got a test MyListing website here. We're going to go to the MyListing Pro dashboard. You just click on the MyListing Pro menu item. Look for the MyListing Conditional Fields module. Click into that. You're going to just click this Enable module and save your changes. From there, you're going to go over to your listing types. Let's go into this one I created called Business. This is a completely clean test listing type. We're going to go into Fields. Okay, now, when I said earlier that you can potentially eliminate having 20 or more listing types, that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean, like 5, 10, 15, 20. You can now build one potentially or a few and use the conditional fields to just build a bigger listing type, submit form and add listing form, just with conditions. So you don't overwhelm people with just one big form, but yet you're eliminating the need potentially for creating and managing all these different listing types. All right. So let's look at some scenarios. This will become clearer. So notice that I have the listing type as business. What if I wanted to talk about accommodations. What you'd see a lot of times is I'm going to go create an accommodation listing type. And then a category might be hotel, a villa, a condo, whatever. But what if we could do that under a business listing type? So if we come over here and we find, I'm just going to pick a random field. We'll go select. It works. This works. Conditional fields literally works with any MyListing field. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to say accommodation type. Okay. And under my options, I'm going to choose hotel, villa, or condo. And okay, let's save our changes. So we're just going to show that field hypothetically at all times. There's no rule. Like that's the one we're going to start with. We're going to come down here. We're going to add another select field. Actually, this time let's shake it up. Let's go multi-select. This one's going to be hotel amenities. Okay, we're going to add our options. Let's go pool, hot tub, bar. We only want to show this field if hotel is chosen as an accommodation. So I'm going to drop down here into my enable field dependency, and I'm going to add a rule. So a dependency rule, I'm going to click add rule, and I'm going to say if the accommodation type field equals, and you could, you saw here, there's all kinds of different options to get super granular in what you want to do. But we're just going to go, if that accommodation type field equals hotel, that's when I want to show this hotel amenities field. All right. The other thing we can do here is show this field when. You can do either when all rules match. So imagine if you have multiple rules and you can get super granular, or you can say any rules match. So I'm just going to leave the default here of all rules match. Now let's do one more thing. Let's say, what if we want to ask for feedback specifically? Let's just do feedback just in general. Let's go, we can do checkbox, or we could do like a radio. Let's just go checkbox here. Do you have any feedback for us? Okay, we could put just a simple yes in here for our options. Okay, we're going to show this at all times, regardless of the accommodation type. But now we want to come down and add a text area. And this is where that feedback is going to come in. All right, we only want to show the feedback if they want to give us feedback. Do you have any feedback for us? So we're going to go again, enable the field dependency. We're going to add a rule, and we're just going to say this time, based on that field, do you have any feedback for us? We're just going to say, as long as it's not empty, that means they haven't given us a selection. As long as they've given us a selection, which is just yes in this case, we're good to go. And that's when we're going to show that field. Okay, so we've got that configured. Now let's go look at a listing on the back end. Now what's neat is this conditional fields works with the back end as well. So if you are an admin adding listings from the back end in your WordPress dashboard, you're going to get the exact same experience as your users on the front end. So here we see combination type. We wanted to show that at all times. Do you have any feedback for us? We wanted to show that at all times. Now watch what happens when I choose Villa. Okay, nothing changes because we didn't have any rules set up for Villa. And the same goes for condo. But watch what happens when we select hotel. That unlocks the hotel amenities option. Okay, and then we come in here. I had tested this before the video. That's why it had data populated in there. But this is what the experience that you're going to see. So we unlock hotel. That unlocks hotel amenities. We choose our amenities. Now, do you have any feedback for us? Because you are the listing admin, you're not going to fill this in. Okay, this is more for front end. So I'm just going to go ahead and update this. Let's go view this on the front end. Edit the listing. This is going to be the same experience whether they edit a listing or add a listing. Okay, let's go ahead and just clear this form, start over. This is what they're going to see. Accommodation type, we choose Villa. nothing happens. Condo, nothing happens. But if they happen to choose hotel, that gives us, this is what they're going to see again. They're not going to have anything selected, pre-selected. That's going to unlock that hotel amenities field. Now they come in here, select the amenities. And then, do you have any feedback for us? Yes, that unlocks the feedback. How crazy cool is that? Now you can imagine coming back in here, and I've got some clients that have tons and tons of fields that they are excited now that they can show or hide those fields based on certain rules. And it helps prevent listing abandonment, because a lot of times users get in there and they see a form and they're overwhelmed by the options. So this is going to really, really help with that. But you can imagine too, monetization. This works with the package visibility feature of MyListing. So if we come down here and we see it's all native, it's all part of the MyListing system. We're not creating anything abstract, crazy here. This is all working with the MyListing file system, the MyListing way of doing things, all of that stuff. So it works with the like I said, the package visibility. We see that right here. This is all built in. If you want to hide certain fields too, there we go. Package visibility, it's all built in. So the rules get even crazy more powerful. So the way that it works, and you can find this out by going to the docs. If you come over here where we talk about, how it works as far as the visibility. Does this replace MyListing's package visibility? No, they work together. Package rules run first. Conditional fields add form logic on top of that. So if we come over here and let's say you have package visibility turned on, and we only want to show this field if the user has purchased a certain package, then the field dependencies, the conditional fields don't even matter because they're pointless at that point. We shouldn't kick those in if the user shouldn't even have access to those by default as part of your monetization strategy. Okay. So like I said, this works hand in hand with MyListing. That's what the MyListing Pro plugin in general is all about. It doesn't edit your theme files. It doesn't edit your website files. It is a layer, a plugin that sits on top and helps enhance your MyListing website. If you decide a week from now, I don't want to use MyListing Pro for whatever reason, your site just goes back to the way it was before you installed MyListing Pro. You just lose the features, the functionality, and the fixes that MyListing Pro provides. You're not going to experience a website that is broken or looks funky or anything like that that you typically see when people add, custom child themes and other plugins and stuff like that. This, again, super 100% safe to install, activate, use. If at any point in the future, just remove it, and it's not going to break your site or the site design or anything like that. So anyway, that's a little side tangent. I just rolled this out today. Super, super excited. I can't wait to implement it on my own MyListing website and share this news with clients and customers. All right. If you have yet to see the introduction to MyListing Pro, go check out that video. Check out the YouTube channel. Check out the MyListing Pro playlist. Grab the plugin and get on board. Get in there. Request the features that you want to see on your MyListing website. And let's push the theme and the plugin forward. I'll see you all in the next video.